Good morning. Can you hear my voice? Can you see the file on the screen? Okay, thank you. Where are the others? Where are your friends? I see the participation is very low. Do you know the reason? Where are the others? You don't know? Okay. Okay. Anyway, let's start. Let's start. How about your fourth homework? Did you complete your fourth homework? Is there anything that you want to ask related to your fourth homework of the term project? Any problems, any questions, anything? Any comments? No question, no problem. Okay, then you are assigned new homework today. I guess you saw it from Google Classroom. Okay, this is homework 5, and approximately you have 10 days to complete this homework. Now I am also sharing this file on the screen. Okay, you are expected to prepare screens, graphical user interface, mockups for your project. Okay, and I expect non-functionality on screens. Okay, I'm not going to test the screens. I'm not going to push the buttons, for instance. Okay, I don't accept any functionality on screens. I want to see only the designs, the screens, the graphical user interfaces of your project. Just prepare them and copy these screens into a file and then submit the file into Google Classroom. Okay. As I said, you have approximately 10 days. Anything you want to ask related to this homework? Anything? Yes. How are your projects going? Any problem with the connection to your team members? Any problem for preparing your homeworks as a team? Anything? Any comment? Yes. Any comments? Okay, I'm looking at the chat box, but there is no comment, there is no question. I see there is no problem. Then let's start today's problem session. Okay, let's start it. And I shared this questions file into Google Classroom. Please download that file. Okay, please download that file. I'm letting you a few seconds to download that file. I uploaded this file in a editable format because during the PS, I will ask you to complete some blanks, okay, to solve these questions first by yourself. Then we are going to discuss the questions all together, okay? And please download the file. And let me know when you are done. Let me know when you are done. Okay, okay, let's start. Okay. And today we are going to solve questions related to verification, validation, and we are going to solve questions related to black box testing, types of testing. We are going to solve questions related to V model, okay? And on this file, there are previous quiz questions, previous final exam questions, okay? We will cover these questions today. Okay, for the first three questions, you have 3 minutes, okay, to solve these questions by yourself first, okay? I'm giving you 3 minutes. Please fill in the blanks and write your answers on these blanks, okay? You have editable files. Then we are going to solve these questions all together. Okay, you have 3 minutes. For the newcomers, let me repeat it. We are looking at first three questions, and you have 1 more minute to complete the answers. Okay, then we are going to discuss the solutions. Please have a look at first three questions. The file is on Google Classroom. Okay, then let's compare your answers with the actual answers. Okay, and first question, emphasize the differences between validation and verification. Okay, and validation question is, are we building the right product? Okay, verification's question is, are we building the product right, okay, in a right way? And these are the famous questions from your slides also, and these are very popular questions. I was asked these questions two of my job interviews at the past. Okay, these are very popular questions. Okay. How about the second question? The difference between verification and validation is, I guess you found the correct result. That is B. Verification relates to implementation, whereas validation is principally concerned with design. Okay, because validation is related to, are we building the product, the right product? Okay, and so it is concerned with the design instead of implementation. Okay, and how about the third question? If a user presses a request button at floor I, an available elevator must arrive at floor I soon, can be validated but not verified. Okay, I guess you found all the correct results. And if you don't have any questions, then let us continue with the following questions. Okay, for the following three questions, I'm giving you 1 more minute. Okay, questions number 4, 5, and 6. I'm giving you 1 more minute. Okay, let us compare your results. Okay, a major justification for an early verification activity is that many costly errors are made before coding begins. That is definitely true. Okay, I guess there is no objection for that. Okay, and let us continue. And software requirement specification provides a reference for validation of the final product. That is also definitely true because we know that you actually prepare your SRS. SRS includes requirements, okay, and these requirements are just validation of the final product, okay. And how about the sixth question? When conducting functional tests, conducting means in Turkish uygulamak, yapmak, düzenlemek. You will be mostly using validation techniques. Okay, validation techniques. I guess there is no objection for these answers. Then let us continue with the following questions. Okay. Questions number 7, 8, and 9. And let us say you have 3 minutes, okay, to complete these answers by yourself first, okay? Questions number 7, 8, and 9. You have 3 minutes. Are you done? Did you complete? Yes or no? Any feedback? Okay, then let's start. Let's start. Okay. Question number 7. It should be pointed out that inspection, you know what is the inspection from your lectures, okay, is a general verification approach that can be applied for detecting defects in any document. Okay, that is true. Any objection for that? No objection. Okay. Right types of testing from V model. Okay. That is very, very famous V model. Okay. And the types we have in V model are acceptance test, system test, integration test, and unit test. Okay. In V model, remember the phases we covered software lifecycle. Okay, these are the steps, phases that we have covered, and also we are applying on your projects during the term. Okay, and we have user requirements engineering, system requirements engineering, architectural engineering, we have design phase, okay, and at the end we have coding phase, okay. Actually, you can think about these steps are the steps that we have covered in software life cycle, okay, software life cycle. And how about the right side of the V model? In right side of the V model, we have different kinds of testing, okay? And each testing activity is actually done in the related step of this software life cycle, okay? And for instance, how about coding activity? It is related to unit testing. Unit testing is generally done by developers in software teams. Okay, and how about the testing activity related to design? That is subsystem integration testing. How about architecture engineering? That is system integration testing. How about requirements? That is system testing. And at the end, how about to validate user requirements? That is acceptance testing, okay? Acceptance testing is generally done by both customers and software team, okay? Unit testing is generally done by the developers themselves in software team, and acceptance testing is generally done by customers or both customers and software team. Okay, this is a very, very famous V model. Okay, let me clean it. Okay, and let us continue with the following questions. Okay, okay, we have a remaining ninth question. Let us also see and discuss it. Okay, what is the difference between static and dynamic verification? Static verification is a set of verification techniques that attempt to verify the software product using all documents including what requirement specification documents you prepared as the one of the steps of your term project. Design specification documents you also prepared, and the deadline is today, remember. And source code you will develop, you will make implementation of your projects in May, okay, in the following month, okay. And let me repeat, static verification is a set of verification techniques that attempt to verify the software product using all documents, including requirement specification document, design specification document, okay. And how about dynamic verification? Dynamic verification is a set of verification methods that employ the executables, pay attention here please, of the software product, okay? And this is actually what you generally do on your projects in software engineering course, also in other courses, projects, okay? You just simply run the software products, okay? And this is dynamic verification, okay? And let me clean the screen before continue. Okay, and let us continue with the following questions. Okay, and how about questions number 10, 11, and 12? Okay, you have again 3 minutes. Please take your notes. Okay. Okay, let us see the answers. I will start with question 11. Okay, what other expression is used to signify the static verification to dynamic verification? Actually, that is similar to the previous question. Software inspection for static verification and software testing for dynamic verification. And how about question number 12? Okay, how would you validate non-functional requirements? Remember what are non-functional requirements? Security, maintainability, usability, reliability. Okay, and the non-functional requirements are the system properties and are related to the behavior of the system. The only way to check to see whether the system behaves as expected is to run software and perform tests for software to satisfy the non-functional requirements specified in requirement specification document. Okay, and you need to perform some tests for your non-functional requirements. Okay, for security, non-functional requirement, maintainability, non-functional requirement, usability, reliability, non-functional requirements. Okay, and a few years ago, I took a course named software measurement, and we were busy with such kinds of performing test, test, tests for for actually measuring these non-functional requirements. Okay, and I recommend those kinds of materials. Okay, and you should. I think you should read some materials, some notes related to software measurements. Okay, you can find those textual materials from internet very easily. Okay, then let us continue. Okay, I'm leaving question number 10 for homework to you. Okay, after problem session, you remember the related information from your slides, and then you need to write your answer for question number 10. Okay, I'm leaving this question as homework for you. Okay, and how about following questions? Okay, and let us say you have 2 minutes for question number 13 and 14. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm adding question number 15 also, okay? You have three questions, question number 13, 14, and 15, and you have 4 minutes to complete your answers, okay? Okay, I guess you are done. Okay, let us see the solutions. Okay, what would you expect from a successful validation testing? Remember the reason why we are performing validation. Okay, and that it shows the software product satisfy the requirements. Okay, and defect testing that it shows the presence of errors in the software product. Okay, and let us see question number 14. How would you compare a multi-layer and single-layer system from the viewpoint of response time, security, and maintainability? Response time would increase due to the overhead communication between the interface layer and data management layer. However, the reason for a multiple layer system design is to have a secure system. Okay? The farther away the data is located from the user is the more secure it is. Please pay attention on this sentence. Okay? The farther away the data is located from the user is the more secure it is. Okay? The potential modularity that would naturally exist in a multi-layer system enhances the maintainability of such a system. Anything that you didn't understand from this paragraph, please tell me from the chat box. Okay, I'm looking at the chat box. Anything that you didn't understand up to now? Any comments? Okay, I guess there is no problem. Actually, rules are written over there. Let us check. A major justification for an early verification activity is that many costly errors are made before coding begins. That is true. We solved actually similar of these questions in this hour, okay, at the beginning of the problem session. It should be pointed out that inspection is a general verification approach that can be applied for detecting defects in any document, and software requirement specification provides a reference for validation of the final product. All the statements are true. Up to now, any problem, any question, any comments? Yes. Can you follow me? Do you write your own answers on the file? Only one student? Okay, thank you very much for your feedbacks. And then, actually, we will start part B of the questions, and we will also have part C of the questions. But we will do those questions at the second hour, okay? And before ending this first hour of the problem session, Let me repeat homework 5 for the newcomers. Okay, that is homework 5. You have approximately 10 days to complete this homework. You are expected to prepare your screens, graphical user interfaces, mockups for your projects. I expect no functionality on screens. Okay, I'm not going to push buttons. Okay, just copy those screens into a file and then submit the file into Google Classroom. Okay, and your homework for today is the deadline. Any problem for your homework for this new homework? Anything you want to ask? Any problem? Any comment? Yes, I am looking at the chat box. Any question related to homework 5? And after this homework 5, you have approximately 1 month to make your implementation. Okay. Of course, if you want, you can start your implementation now. But officially, you have at least 1 month after homework 5 to the end of the term to complete your implementation of the homework. Okay, any problem? Yes, I received a question. Mohammed is asking, is there a screen limit for mockups? What are the criteria for evaluation? What do you mean by screen limit? You mean the number of screens? Okay, if you mean the number of screen limits, then of course there is no limit because you have each team have different topics or projects and required number of screens can change from project to project. Okay, and you have requirements, and you have design of project, then you need to prepare your screens based on those requirements and software design. Okay, so you know the required number of screens for your projects. Of course, that is not just one screen is not acceptable. Okay, you need more than one screen, but as I mentioned, the required number of screens needs to be changed from project to project, okay, based on your requirements. Fred is asking that are we going to give the source code for screens? No, actually no. Just prepare the screens, okay? Prepare those screens by yourself, not copying from any source such as internet or previous documents, okay? Prepare for just your project, okay, by yourself. Then copy these screens into a file and submit the file into Google Classroom. No source code, okay? Any other question? I see there is no question. Then let's take a 10 minutes break. Then we are going to start the second hour. Okay, thank you very much.